This should be working. I'll wait for people to show up. They might tell me. Are you hearing the game audio twice is the new question. Oh, I need to have the game active. Okay, that hides that. It doesn't make a jump sound, but you're only hearing it once. Okay. I don't know what's going on with my audio lately. I changed nothing, but everything's breaking. Anyway. Oh, I'm gonna restart the stage. That way I have my timer is all the way at 0. Okay. We're playing this game. It's been a little bit. I don't remember how to play. That's right. I can have 2 of them that I swap between. I don't have a spin dash. Okay, because this isn't Sonic. No matter how much it reminds me of Sonic. All right. The question is, can I actually do well if it's been so long since I played? I'd originally intended to get back to it sooner, but you know, I lost several Mondays of streams due to being too exhausted from work. Okay. But I'm ready to get back in the swing of things now. And that's what counts, right? It said I had 4 viewers before, and now it says I have 2. I lost my viewers to technical issues, except I see 3 in chat, so I think it's just wrong. 4 may have been wrong, I don't know. Hi, Cousin Toilet Slayer. I have a question for you, the Toilet Slayer. Have you played GTA 4? There's a reason for this question, I swear. But the reason will only apply if the answer is yes. Long time ago. So, because you are my cousin, if I were to say, hey cousin, let's go bowling, you would get that reference. It's because his cousin is constantly calling to ask him to go bowling. See, even if you played it a long time ago, you don't forget something like that. Not boating. Power fluid. Semi-boosted double jump. Okay. I get unlimited double jumps as long as I stay in the fluid. Yo, that's pretty cool. Roman, that's his name. If I'm being honest, I couldn't remember which one was Roman and which one was Nico. Technically, we can't go sailing because I'm not a sailboat. So technically you should say, like, let's go floating or something like that. Okay, we got us a double jump. And we got something that's like the Oil Ocean Zone barrels. Are they barrels? Whatever they are, except you can actually control them. And we've got a sand effect that's probably wreaking havoc on my stream's bitrate. Okay, I need to switch power-ups to one that can run. There we go. Level clear! This game is awesome. I wish it ran a little better. Like, there's no reason why a mid-range computer, not high-end, but a mid-range computer from 2021 should be having any issues at all with a game with this gameplay and these graphics, other than it being made in an engine that's just woefully poorly optimized in all cases, which it is. I think this is made in Click Team Fusion or something, which very few commercial releases are. Mega Man and Sonic had a baby, and the baby was a Jester. Oops. the comparison I usually see is Sonic and Kirby. Oh, I already have that. What am I doing? Because, but I guess you don't really get powers from enemies like Kirby does. Ah! There we go. Yeah, but he doesn't always have a projectile weapon. He only has one because that's the one I have right now. And it's, or the one in my stock right now. Right now, my main weapon is just this, which isn't a projectile at all. We do have a double jump. Well, yeah, but in Mega Man you unlock them permanently. In this you can only have 2 at a time. To that end, it's more like Contra 3. Or as I like to call it, the bad Contra. What does this one do? I don't remember. It's got a like a triple dash boost thing. That it can dash sideways, that's right. Good mobility. I always go for the ones with good mobility. And then I go flying around and lose control of myself. It's not hard enough to be a Contra, that's true. But Contra 3 specifically had a weapon swapping system. Oh, now I thought I got rid of the green one. I got rid of the sled thing, ski thing by accident. Snowboard, that's a better word. Well, that probably works out for the better. Oh no! Don't be near these when they go off. You don't want to be in the way when my exploding barrel goes off. Ah! It's okay, I got it. It's not hard enough to be a Contra, and yet it's too hard to be a 2D Sonic game. Like, I think the Genesis Sonics are way easier than this. Okay, here's the real question. If I ask RoboKovar to tell a joke, will it work? And if it does, will you be able to hear it? RoboKovar, tell me a joke. Now, this is the Oil Ocean Zone, I know. I'm seeing no joke. RoboKovar, tell me a joke. It's also kind of like Donkey Kong Country. For you Nintendo kids who didn't grow up with a Sega. Like me. I didn't grow up with a Sega, I'm a Nintendo kid.
Female snake used for support.
Don't know how one of me... There's a female snake used for support, a cobra. Well, I saw the joke, but I didn't hear it. So that's broken. Great. I love it. You love to see it. Yeah. Blow yourself up, why don't you? He ran into the barrel after shooting it. Oh, you did hear it? I didn't hear it at all. Well, me not hearing it is better than chat not hearing it, I guess. My biggest complaint about Spark the Electric Jester is that these levels are really long. I feel if I wanted to play long levels like this, I'd be playing the 3DS version of Sonic Lost World. Boom, got him! Because everyone knows that that's the game we need to crap on. Jumbled and incoherent. I'll check it out in the VOD afterwards if I remember. In fact, here's a highlight button. This I just put a chapter in the VOD so that when I look at it later, there will be a chapter, and that won't appear on YouTube, but it will appear in like my personal recording. Oh, it's up and down. I see. So that I can more easily find where the thing I wanted to look at was. Okay. On we go. Yeah, we're like approaching 10 minutes in this level, and that's after restarting the level so I could reset my timer, since I didn't want to count the 7 or so minutes I wasted trying to get the stream working right. Sounding normal to you? There are some effects on it. And I still gotta fix... His voice is too deep. I gotta fix that. It's not where I want it to be. But I don't remember how I set it up before I rebuilt my whole stream setup. Why do these enemies keep taking themselves out on these barrels? They're pretty easy to avoid. There we are. Look at me, avoiding the barrels that are easy to avoid. I wish I still had that snowboard thing. Why are streamers better at Pokemon? Because I don't know. It's me. Who are you again? They have capture cards. Oh, of course. Spark, huh? Fitting. I'm Unit O. Oh, Unit 0. It is a pleasure to meet you. Oh, a nice robot for a change. Last time I met when it was at Smog City. He was super apologetic, though. Seems like an odd fellow. But you steam a good ham. Totally! And later he said we needed to fight to the death. Check it out. By the way, I'm using a 8BitDo SN30 Pro today, which I got for Christmas. This is a great controller for 2D games. And a functional controller for 3D games. It's got Hall effect sticks. Which means that it's not going to have drift issues. And it can have a smaller dead zone. But fighting to the death. Oh my goodness, no. My duty is to protect the amazing holographic computer known as Megaraph. Megaraph. Oh, I've heard of it. The greatest building ever built by Formikind. Yes, from Eros 8. It will be fully responsible for this world's production of high-quality robots. I got it. This must be it. This whole robot invasion, it must be coming from Megaraph. I do not understand. It is not my belief that Megaraph has not... Or it is my belief that Megaraph has not been built yet. No way, it was finished a couple years back. No, there is no way. That is preposterous. My memory must be malfunctioning. Could be, man. Yeah, so this thing very obviously looks like a Super Nintendo controller. And I have autofocus on my camera, so sorry. It looks like a Super Nintendo controller. It feels like a Super Nintendo controller. The buttons, the D-pad, everything is right. Other than it has analog sticks. And the analog sticks are better than an Xbox controller, but... they're not placed well for 3D games. Oh, it also has... I don't know how well you can see. We've got buttons and triggers, except the triggers are really just buttons. They're digital. There's no analog to them. Might be blown up. We've got to find out what is really going on. Shouldn't be too hard, right? Yo, want to come with me? We can make a great duo. No, we told him we want to blow it up. He's gonna kill us now. You dare to lie about that magnificent computer? And not only that, but you dare to say it with a straight face? But if you are right, then you sure can prove yourself in combat. Prepare for battle. That's a nice-looking barbecue pit. Why doesn't mine look like that? Odd, but still, worth having an ally in this madness sure is worth it. Let's do it! Okay. I'm gonna win. I don't remember what fully charging this thing does, but it seems to be working. Oops. I didn't win, did I? Uh-oh! Somebody else came in and interfered and my mouse got on the screen. Luna Base! Yeah, I like large controllers with good handles, good grips. But this is a good portable controller, which a lot of larger ones aren't. Uh-oh! So I see. This is Unit 0. I do not know what I was expecting. But I wasn't expecting something this weak. Who are you? I can't feel my body. Please, what have I done? Sniff. Don't do this to me. Crunch. Ah, you must be the Jester. Do what is best for you and enjoy your painful life while you can. This will all be over soon. He's reminding me a little bit of Sigma from Mega Man X. I wish I remember the context there for that quote. Cheetos. Oh good, it's a water level. And a lava level. 2 levels at the same time, man. Okay. Not Sonic the Knot Hog. Hello, Dustin. How you doing? Test if you can drown. Whoa! I can't drown, I can hover. We got sick hover beams. I like it. Okay. Ooh, this goes us forward. Okay, this is pretty neat. I don't really have any water to test drowning anymore. If I see more, I will see if I get a doot. But I'm not anticipating it. More lava. See, I imagine Dustin's having a better day than me on account he didn't spend several minutes investigating why his audio was just straight up not working because my stupid ass Audient Evo 8 decided that it was just gonna not work. Surf Ninjas. I've never heard of it. I don't appear to be drowning. I don't know. I don't want a haircut as a thing. I enjoy my hair long and luxurious as it is. I'm really liking this mane here that I've got. Maybe I need one. Maybe it's haircut day. Maybe I at least need a small trim to deal with my split ends problem. Which I definitely have a problem with split ends because I haven't even gotten so much as a light trim. How am I doing that? Oh, by double tapping. I don't like that. Haven't gotten so much as a trim since 2021. Early September 21. Okay, there we go. That's what it's all about. Rob Schneider and Leslie Nielsen. Well, one of those has a pretty good track record. The other one can be good, but has definitely less of a good track record. Won't say which is which. I will say that Leslie Nielsen recorded all his dialogue for the Waterman movie, which is an animated movie. Oh, my hair is too curly for a mohawk and too stubborn. It won't do it. Leslie Nielsen recorded all of his dialogue for the Waterman movie years and years ago before he passed away, and the movie was never made because they couldn't get enough funding to animate it. So Leslie Nielsen's final movie is just kind of sitting in limbo and has been for over a decade. And it's truly tragic and a little bit infuriating that this isn't a bigger deal to more people. Ah! Dang it. Gat has a mohawk now. That's all the more reason for me not to get one. I'm not trying to be Gat. Gat can be Gat. Oh, I don't like the word begat. But yeah, no, it's, I mean, maybe it's trash. Waterman is a series of Flash cartoons that was only ever okay. But there is nonetheless a movie script, a complete script, with Leslie Nielsen's lines completely recorded, just waiting to be animated. And that is, like, that's heartbreaking. He's like one of the biggest film comedy icons of all time. And I don't have the reach to bring this to people's attention. I don't have any way to do anything about it. Otherwise, you know, if I was big, if I was like Pirate Software or Video Game Donkey or Mr. Beast or something, you know, someone who's big, maybe not someone who is scamming his audience with shitcoins, I would be all over using that audience reach to like start hounding someone. I don't know who, some investor, some studio, something to get that thing made. Ah, that was sloppy. But no, I have very limited reach. I was just naming like the first remotely successful YouTubers that I could think of off the top of my head. Ah! I'm getting my ass kicked all of a sudden. No, the difference is I actually like Video Game Donkey. I don't always agree with his takes, especially on JRPGs. But you know, he's not scamming his audience. That's got to be worth something, and I'm a little sad that that's where the bar is. Okay. We're still taking damage on every single one of those stupid fireballs. There was a period where I was getting frustrated with Donkey spoiling a bunch of plot twists on Twitter, but you know, he's making comedy. He's helping indie devs get good games out to bigger audiences. Like, he's doing something right. Oh yeah, I'm gonna name like the biggest YouTubers of all time. Oh, Fire Shield. Hell yeah. Does that stick around? Biggest YouTubers of all time. I'm trying to come up with an example and I'm failing. Who's a good shitpost YouTuber who posts mostly garbage? Oh, that's what that is. Jet. Jet's a good one. Yeah, and Jet's reasonably popular. So, like, yeah, if I had reached, like, Jet or Binging with Babish. I mean, Jet's content is good, but it is definitely maximum shitpost. Is that how it's pronounced? Jet? Jet. Babish is really good sometimes. Where am I going? I am not making any progress at all. And I just took damage. I was going right. And I hit a checkpoint. Save, it says. Mario pipes. Can I go in this? No. Am I stupid? Am I missing something obvious? Yeah, Babish is really entertaining at sometimes. But occasionally he can just be super pretentious. This it? This must be it. I missed that. More video games need meme energy. The donkey reference in Sonic Mania. Now they actually have a better reason to not want that donkey reference in the game than they did before. And that is that now he's a competing publisher. You know, it's one thing having a YouTuber, it's another entirely having Big Mode. You're not wrong, Mix. You're not wrong. Nonetheless, his own cooking actually does come out good. So, like, he doesn't have formal training, but I have to give at least some credit for informal training. Listen, I'm just saying, Big Mode is clearly so big that they made Animal Well. They didn't even make Animal Well. They published Animal Well. I named one game. Surely that's as big as the company who licensed Sonic the Hedgehog out for 3 successful movies, and for some reason has yet to make a successful HBO adaptation of Like a Dragon. Wait, there was a Like a Dragon movie, wasn't there? Oh, I didn't know that. He fudged results, huh? That's unfortunate. That's okay. Puyo Puyo doesn't count. Didn't they make a Like a Dragon TV show or something? Or was it a movie? I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know anything about it other than that I think something exists and I want to see it. I don't even know what it's on. Is it on TV? Is it on streaming? A TV show. Irk. Oh man, this just made me wonder. What if they put Steve Urkel in Like a Dragon? Not Jaleel White, but like the character Steve Urkel. Like that would be a perfect fit, and they wouldn't need to change anything, right? They could just put him in the show. Hey, we got Eggman Springs. They could put Steve Urkel in a Yakuza game, and it would be a natural fit with just as is. I saw it where they were here. I thought I talked about it on the Discord, but you might not have seen it. No, I thought I would rank that game or that movie as it's hard to rank. It has some issues pacing wise. Lore wise, it was a interesting choice. Making the main character someone who didn't even have a name, and the majority of like the A plot was completely original, but like the surrounding lore is actually more faithful than large chunks of Jackson's Lord of the Rings movies were. As a movie, I would give it a solid 7 out of 10. It's not as good as Lord of the Rings. I liked it better than the second and third Hobbit movies. It was a little bit cliched. There was a lot in there that's been done before, but it was by and large done well. There was nothing whatsoever resembling a unnecessary and badly executed elf and dwarf romance like in the Hobbit movies. I saw it in theaters. I enjoyed it. But I wouldn't call it a masterpiece. I would call it way better than the Rings of Power. Rings of Power is hot garbage. You got to be careful where you say that, because some people will say how do I put this without getting political? Some unsavory internet folk hate the Rings of Power for very stupid and bad reasons. And there are legitimate good reasons to hate it, such as it being a bad soap opera, and getting the lore all kinds of wrong by a matter of thousands of years. But there are definitely those out there who hate it for bad and stupid reasons. And, unfortunately, they've polluted the well, so to speak. So if you say you don't like the Rings of Power because it's, in Dustin's words, woke and gay, or if you say you don't like it for some other reason, people will say that you're just mad because it's that. And it's like, no, I don't like it because it gets a lot wrong, both from a faithfulness standpoint and from a storytelling standpoint in general. I don't like it for the same reason I don't like freaking daytime soaps. For the same reason I don't like, what's it called? What's that doctor soap opera, primetime soap, about the chief of medicine who didn't start out as chief of medicine, that like all the 30-something white women love? Grey's Anatomy. Rings of Power reminds me of Grey's Anatomy in some ways. I should have... Oh, I have a better weapon. I'm gonna die. And like, it's a weird place to be in, and this is not a conversation I would normally probably want to have on stream. Yeah, like, the newest Dragon Age gets a lot wrong, and then a lot of people hate it for stupid and bad reasons. Or to go back a few years, the Ghostbusters reboot. You know? There are some fundamental issues with that movie. Like, that like half the script is improvised by a cast with no experience in improv. But because some people hated it for reasons of, lol, they're women, there was a period where you couldn't really criticize it without being called a sexist. I have not played Dragon Age Veilguard on account of I didn't play the previous ones and I didn't want to start in the middle. But what I've seen of it reminds me of a Marvel movie? It reminds me of the not TV show sections of WandaVision, which I didn't think were great. I wouldn't call that the worst writing I've ever seen by a long shot, but, you know, Whedon-esque. I don't even know if that's bad, just maybe not the greatest fit for the setting, and also something I'm tired of because it's been overdone. But, you know, that just means it's not for me. You know, there are plenty of things that aren't for me. Now, as for Rings of Power, that's hot garbage. Rings of Power isn't just not for me. Rings of Power is, they made Galadriel fall in love with Sauron. Spoiler alert, I'm sorry, but not really, because that show deserves to be spoiled. They made Galadriel fall in love with Sauron. Now, if you know anything about the lore, Tolkien was very clear that she was the only person who didn't fall victim to his wiles at all when he was disguised as Anatar. They also gave him another disguise because they knew that book fans would know who Anatar was, and they're like, well, we got to surprise them. We got to have a plot twist that the fans don't see coming. No, you don't. The whole point of an adaptation is that the fans should know what's coming. Sorry, Rings of Power makes me very mad. Again, not because they have like I'm not going to complain about the cast. Like, the casting is actually excellent. They're not very true to the characters, but they are true to the characters as that show wrote them, so that's hardly the cast's fault. Sorry, I'm getting riled up. Talking about Tolkien is a thing that can get me riled up, and talking about Rings of Power in particular. I have several Dragon Age games, I think, maybe, on Steam. I don't remember. Or 2 of them. I don't know. The problem is, I don't think that's the kind of game that, even at its best, I would likely enjoy. This is something that might surprise people. For as much as I love Lord of the Rings, I've never been big on high fantasy. And so stuff that is high fantasy themed has to have something else in it that really strongly appeals to me personally. In Lord of the Rings, it's not about the setting at all. It's about the strong character writing. Okay, I can fly. Sick. But yeah, Dragon Age Origins, I mean, I guess most things are about the writing. Like, The Witcher is also high fantasy, and I quite like that because of the characters. Although that one can be mighty sexist at times. Sometimes, like, I was reading the first book. Like, the first story in The Sword of Destiny is like, did you really need to write that much nudity in there? Were you just horny when you wrote this? I haven't seen the TV show, and I probably won't because I don't know hardly anything about it other than the song Toss a Coin or whatever. And I know that Henry Cavill, was that Henry Cavill? I think it was whoever, unless I'm mixing him up with someone. I know that the star of that show is a huge fan of the books and the games, and he got mad at the at some of the changes they made. That is Henry Cavill, okay. And I don't know, if your own star quits the show because he's mad that you're screwing it up, that is a sign to me that maybe I don't need to bother with it. Especially since I watch so little TV anyway, and I actually don't play a lot of games other than when I'm streaming. Like, I have to be picky. I have too much on my backlog to not be picky. I can just fly forever. This gravity suit is like easy mode. The game is basically playing itself under me, and I'm just going forward. Now, the outrage at The Witcher 4 is hilarious to me, because it comes pretty much entirely from people who clearly didn't play The Witcher 3. Okay, I'll get in this ship. Or not. Where am I going? Down here? It's boss time! And I don't know, people who get outraged by a sequel entry in a series in such a way that shows that they are not actually fans of the series and just getting outraged because they like getting outraged at things is sad but hilarious. Don't bother. They are useless. Now, if you don't mind, I'll be on my way. That's pretty much exactly it, Mix. Here's my thought. I think Witchers might be analogous, might be kind of an allegory for autism. And to that end, They say women can't be witchers, and it's like, well, they thought women couldn't be autistic too for years and years. Don't be a moron. Don't be a moron. Just try me. Ah, crap. This is a strong enemy. Wait, really? Who did they think could be autistic then, Dustin? Like, I believe you, but I feel like I'm missing something. He's got the same weapon as me, and I'm taking more damage. Oh, he's got the same frickin' moveset as me. Come on. I'm on my last bit of health. I can do this. No, no. Everyone's... Oh, well, that sounds more right. Oh, Dustin, you got here late, so you didn't get to see it. I'm playing with a SN30 Pro, which is a friggin' great controller for this. Yeah, no, that's the wrong weapon for this. One or the other. Oh, there's all these. About that. The archer is really good. For Kirby. Chrono Trigger? I mean, I want... Skip this. I wanted it for a lot of things. One of the big ones was linked to the past randomizer. Winter Solstice. Oh, for Christmas. Yes. But it turns out it's the best controller I own for 2D games. Hey, look, I'm kicking his ass now that I've got a different weapon. That fight was free. Here's a pro tip. Don't have the same weapon as your enemy. Uh-oh! Laser! 2 bosses at the same time, man. Okay. Ah! I'm gonna have to redo them both then. Yeah, that hurt a little bit. Why is it only pausing in part of the screen? Does this game just not support 1440p? Okay, are you not VIP? Yeah, I could have sworn you were. I might even mod you, actually, but YouTube is stupid, so I can't just do that from the chat. Oh, yes I can. Let's see, there we go. Stupid buttons don't work when I'm paused. Come on, come on. I just gotta keep my distance. Keep my distance. Because that sword attack doesn't hit very far. I took 1 damage, which is 1 more than I wanted to. Got it. Bring a gun to a knife fight. Yeah, I see why it censored that, but that doesn't mean it should have. Ah! I gotta be better at dashing. But instead I'm bad at dashing. Okay. This is gonna take me a little while, I think. Instead, let's go on rant about why YouTube's whole showing top chat instead of live chat by default thing, even to the staff and moderators, is dumb. Like, that's very dumb. Oh, I still took... Oh, I'm only at 3 health going in. No wonder I'm having trouble. Come on. Okay, maybe it's not quite free, but still. The sword does way more damage. The only problem is it kind of sucks a little bit. I got the flashy doos. I can still take hits, so that doesn't make me invincible or anything. I just gotta figure out what he's gonna use. Ah! And not do that and hit myself for no reason. I'll get there. I'll get there. It's just a little annoying. You gotta redo the first fight every time you fail, so it doesn't... you don't have a lot of... You got a lot of downtime between practicing and learning how to do it. Can I use a Grease Monkey script in an OBS dock? I don't believe I can. You can't install Chromium plugins in OBS. Would that I could. That would be amazing if I could put Chrome plugins in OBS. There's probably a way, because it is Chromium based. But... or the browser part is. Come on. Ah, what hit me? This thing disappeared. I thought that meant it was despawned. Okay. Everything is Chromium in the future? Yeah. It's tragic. Chromium is good enough for what it is, but it's not good enough to be everything. Maybe I do want to stick to this, actually. But I still suck. I use Firefox and Arc. But I might switch away from Arc when, if they don't maintain support for Manifest v3. Arc is my main web browser because it's bizarre and I like the way it works. But Firefox is the one I use when I'm streaming, and I have it set up to like not show anything so I can show it, and it's like, okay, nobody gets to accidentally see like my bank info or Amazon account because it's a new window that has nothing in it. Okay. Ah! I knew that was gonna hit me. It's like I lose control and I stop having control. Oh no. I got hit twice this time. I'm losing. And it looks like the archer actually does the same amount of damage as the sword. As the sword, so... Not gonna bother switching to the sword this time. Oh, but the archer can't dash. That's... or can't mid-air dash, at least. That's worth noting. Crap. Okay, I'm playing more defensively now, and that should help. Crap. Last hit, but I'm doing the best I've done. And then why is its hitbox that big when it's shooting the laser? The laser comes out of the end, not out of the back. That's frustrating. Because I disagree with the game design there. This was not the attempt. You really like that quote, don't you, Mix? Just gotta be patient. Someone else called it earlier then, I don't remember who. You know, I've never watched Proton John, but I've been aware of him for like 20 years. He's an old one. Crap. Okay. Come on. Come on. I think I do more damage this way, but I'm not positive. Oh, I refill faster. That's it. Unlimited refill while it lasts. While supplies last. Oops, I didn't mean to swap weapons. I don't actually need unlimited refills. Every time I fall, crap. I lose my refills anyway. I didn't mean to wall jump. I could have dodged that. I could have dodged that. See, this is what I mean when I say this game is harder than Sonic. Like, not that Sonic never gets this hard, but for the most part, like, you look at like Sonic 3 or something, it only really gets this hard in like Doomsday Zone, or at least Death Egg Zone. What hit me? What the hell hit me? Freaking, I get to get hit by invisible projectiles after they've disappeared. I love it. It's my favorite thing. And this dude has all my same moves, which is so cool. Except a different weapon. Okay. Well, I only have 2 health this time instead of 3 going in, but that's okay. I can still make it work. Unless I do that. There we go. If only the archer had a midair dash, I'd be set. Come on. I've got this, I've got this, I've got this. I'm there, I'm there. Your head explode. Da 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 do 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 do. Why didn't it play ARES? Oh, because there's a cooldown on it, so two people can't play it side by side. But I mean, this game literally has signposts. It should have done the Sonic one. I'm happy with that effect though. I still need to set it up so that it like shows something at the bottom, like so and so played success, so that it just doesn't seem like the sound's coming out of nowhere to someone who's not following chat. No, I want that. Oh, I already got that. That's what that sound is. Okay. Yeah, now imagine how much easier it would have been if I went into that thing with full health. Like, it still wouldn't have been free, but it's certainly easier than it was. Or if I was good at video games. But that's why I play things like this. This is how I get practice at games that actually require you to, that require you to, like, react to things. It's not something I'm always the best at. At the thing, reactions and whatnot, and like, okay, I need to learn the enemy pattern. When he's over here, I need to be over there, and I need to just defend and not attack during this phase, and all of that. Like, this sort of pattern stuff is kind of a weak point for me. This doesn't have a mid-air dash or a what's the word? Double jump. Ah! Yeah, I don't actually have the greatest set of power-ups right now. Crap! No. Down, 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 down. See, right now what I'm doing a bad job at is paying attention to the... Oh, I see what the signs mean. I was paying attention to them. I misunderstood them. So this is where it'll be. I want to be where the warning... Or not. I don't know how to tell where I need to be when the trains show up. Is there train tracks? Oh, those little things on the ground are train tracks, aren't they? They're not train tracks is the thing. They're like little hover things. That's why I was confused. I was trying to figure out where I needed to stand to not get hit by the trains. And I was like, okay, is it based on... Where does the train gonna spawn? Is it based on the warning signs? Like the little warning label things? Or... Thanks, raccoon. The little, like, triangle exclamation points, or is it based on those, like, vertical signs with the two panels that start flashing? I could not tell where was safe and where wasn't. But it appears to be that the trains spawn on top of the little... There's none right now for me to point them out, but, like, little ground platform things with like the bumps on them. They kind of look like landmines. I can't wait for the next train to just fly into my face, and it turns out I was completely wrong about where they spawn, and there's going to be some other clue like, okay, no, dumbass, this is what you need to be looking for. But I have a double jump and a mid-air dash. You better believe I'm in a good mood now. Entire movie out of Twitch quotes. Yeah, okay. So I think... Yeah, these things on the ground right here. I still got hit because I wasn't high enough, but I know what I'm looking for. Ah! Is it an alarm system or something? No, up here. Up here. Okay. Ah! Those things hit you from off screen. I hate it. I hate it. Nothing makes me angrier than being hit by an off-screen thing that doesn't indicate itself in any way. The warning signs didn't even light up! Okay. I'm gonna do this again, but better. In the words of Bop It, do it the same, but better. We're also gonna take a different route this time. Okay. So these little things on the ground with the yellow bit on them is what the trains go on. They're about like a screen and a half high. The warning signs don't light up. That just marks where the top is. Okay. I don't know why a warning sign would mark where the top is, but that helps a lot. I hear a bloop, 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 and then these little Nintendo DSs light up. Okay. No, I got it figured out. And the trains don't continue. They just phase out of existence once they encounter a wall. Okay. Magnets. How do they work? Era Sada's like, you've betrayed me. You made an Insane Clown Posse reference. I must now poison your coffee. No, Era 8 has never done anything whatsoever to imply she would actually poison my coffee. Don't worry, YouTube. I realized that YouTube's like, oh, we gotta investigate this. Insane Clown Coffee. Ah! Okay. This guy helped me before. Now he's a boss? The Dustin guy said he'd bring a gun to a knife fight. Yeah. I bring a grate to a knife fight. Only Dustin gets that joke. Because it's not a good joke, but it's also a reference. It's a badly executed reference joke. Come on. This is not the hardest enemy. I shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna jinx it. Come on. We almost got it. I just need to not be near him when he does that, like, spinning move. The joke was Super Mario RPG, for those of you who aren't Dustin. I said he wasn't the hardest enemy. He wasn't hard at all. Just kind of slow. Knife guy and great guy. See, that's what I wanted last time when I had the friggin' goalpost friggin' sign. I didn't get one after this because it wasn't a full boss fight. It was a mini boss. But the Sonic 3... Well, that's not Sonic 3. It's an arrangement. What is that? Generations? No. Is that Sonic 2006? I don't remember which one it is. But it's one that's not associated with the little victory signposts. Oh, I just assume nobody else would remember it as well. Knife guy and great guy. How many people unlocked the casino? That's my question. I don't believe for a second that Dustin didn't. Okay. Oh, I can aim this. Sweet. But I am low on health, so I gotta be careful. Oh, I didn't see the mine there. Ah. Switch to something with mobility. There we go. And collect health along the way. Be careful here. Oh yeah, they're also a regular boss fight. Hold on. Oh, I can't change my controls. I want to turn off double tap to dash. Yeah, I knew there was no chance you didn't unlock the casino. I just remembered they're a boss fight in Wario's Woods. Wario's Woods is a word which here means booster tower, but I'm making a joke at the expense of booster kind of looking a tiny bit like Wario. Oh crap, I should have moved out of the way. Come on, come on, come on. You can only move so fast. There we are. Oh, no! Got it, got it, got it. Somehow. Yeah, charging up for unlimited attacks is actually worth it. Oh, yeah. How many people here played the remake? I didn't play the remake. Success! Wrong song! I didn't play the remake. I want to. But I didn't get it for Christmas. I got, or last year even, I got Mario Wonder last year, and this year I got Mario and Luigi, Brothership. Which I've heard is not as good as the Alpha Dreams at their best, but I take that to mean that it's still better than Partners in Time. I didn't like Partners in Time. It was the Final Fantasy 13 of Mario RPGs. And some of you may interpret Final Fantasy 13 as just meaning bad. But no, I have a very specific meaning. You see, Final Fantasy 13, for those of you who haven't played it, is a whole... Give me that back! Well, okay then. Well, okay then! Final Fantasy 13 is a whole entire game of hallways. Like, literally, that's all there is. Oh, and this is the only ability I have. I don't get it back when I respawn from a checkpoint. And this doesn't have a ranged attack. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I enjoyed the story of Partners in Time, but I didn't enjoy playing it because it was so freaking linear. Like, I am someone, and one of these days I might make a video about this. The difference between a linear, a linear, what's it called? Like the main story and whatnot. There's a word for that. Main path, I guess? Where, like, the things you have to do are only certain things in order. This has a double jump and a mid-air dash. Okay, I like it. Campaign might be the right word. But not quite, because, like, I'm not including side quests and stuff. Like, in Super... Where do I go then? Up here? In Super Metroid, the actual stuff you have to do is very linear and in order. In Final Fantasy VII, the stuff you have to do is very linear and in order. But both games, I didn't even see that before, both of these games give the player a lot of freedom to just wander around and explore. By comparison, Metroid Fusion really railroads you. Like, it's not just a linear main path, but, like, you aren't really free for the vast majority of the game to deviate from that path. And, you know, that's how Mario games tend to be. Even most Sonic games, like, they might have multiple paths that you can switch between, but for the most part, each of them is linear, and all you can do is swap paths. But, like, many would argue, I have seen it argued, that Super Metroid is just as linear as Metroid Fusion, because the critical path, that's the term they use. The critical path in Super Metroid is linear. There's a certain list of things you have to do in a certain order, therefore the whole game is just as linear. And I'm like, I don't know that I agree with that. Because you are free to go off of that path even if it's not productive to do so. That's an interesting power-up. Got a good reach. Yeah, and this is something I might make a video about if I ever decide to make, like, scripted videos instead of just the occasional editing down my VOD into a Mario Maker video that's still over an hour long because that stupid ass challenge I gave myself was just way too long. The difference between a linear critical path and a straight up being railroaded, and how I don't believe that they are the same. There's something to be said to having the freedom to ignore the critical path for a little while and shoot missiles at every wall in search of more missiles. Okay, fine, I'll go this way. Where's the button? We're doing that. We're damage boosting. There's a button there. Oh. Okay. These are getting a little trickier. I don't know. Maybe I could make scripted videos. See, that's kind of the extreme example, Dustin, but I do feel like that reinforces my point. Like, I am definitely not someone who would ever say that Super Metroid is linear just because the critical path is linear. Even if the stuff off of it is purely optional. I mean, Breath of the Wild is like 99% optional. I've thought about making scripted videos before. The problem is it's intimidating, you know? And if I ever did scripted videos, I'd feel obligated to do a Metroid Fusion one. Uh-oh. We got a boss coming up. What among this has... Okay, that'll work, that'll work. Couldn't remember what had, Couldn't remember what had a ranged attack. This is actually pretty great because their attacks don't hit me at ground level. I just keep doing this. This is... I'm literally immune to damage if I'm patient. I love it. Is this cheese? Maybe. But it's working. They, like, expect you to jump to hit these things. And you don't have to at all. This can't have been on purpose. Can it? Well, I guess if it's a mid-boss, it's fine. Okay, and this is going to be my last level because I just noticed it's 8:37 here. Which is a little later than I normally leave, but I spent so much time wasted getting my stream setup working that I'm gonna go ahead and make it up a little bit at the end. I don't know. Maybe if I get enough nagging / encouragement, those are the same thing, by the way, from y'all, then I might start working on some scripted videos. Because I have a small list of ideas, but it's not even that the workload is intimidating. Like, writing a script isn't super hard. And editing isn't super hard. I guess gathering footage is hard. Reynolds Plateau. I know that says Reynolds, not Reynolds, but I'm thinking of birds right now for some reason. Like D. Reynolds. Okay, I'm going up. Up is the path right now. And here's a thought, like, The difference between linear critical paths, I don't think I got that checkpoint. Oh well. And like, linearity is a lot less frustrating in a game like this than in some. Yeah, edgy. That's the best they can do when they can't literally call it chaos control. Here's something that irritated me. Sonic 3 didn't have any Michael Jackson music in it. I thought Sonic 3 had Michael Jackson music in it. And this was theatrical. It wasn't even a re-release. That was a lame joke when I made it on Blue Sky, and it's still a lame joke now. Get in there. Okay, what is this? A button of some sort. Boing! Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. No. I'm not going to make Animaniacs jokes when I'm playing video games, because that will remind me of the Animaniacs video game. When I played the Animaniacs game for Super Nintendo on stream a few years ago to celebrate the new show, that was one of the worst games I've ever streamed, and I hated it so much. So if you haven't played it, imagine a game that is brutally hard in exclusively bad ways and is unfair and is just awful in that very, very recognizable 16-bit licensed game way. It's like just unreasonably hard insofar as, like, here's like way too many enemies that move too fast on a zoomed in screen, so you barely have a chance to talk about it. It's not as broken as a lot of the stuff AVGN plays, but it is, yeah, it's that similar kind of, like, unfairly hard in a way that isn't fun. Actually, one of the most frustrating things about Animaniacs is that it's not broken at all. This place is huge. Your timer must be massive. Timer? I'm not really carrying anything, aside from my hat. And anything I found along the way. So you've met Seam, I see. What were they thinking? You know, the guy with the sword. He's a bit of a... Whoa! Whoa! That's some harsh language for this game. Oh yeah, he turned into this massive dragon too. What was up with that? Oh, that isn't him. It's just his pet. His pet is a dragon? Wow, that is badass. Well, you can say that, but just wait until you get to meet the little guy. Seam was made to be a walking advertisement. Why do you put a line break? Just put the line break before advertisement. So he is programmed to put on that edgy act at all times. He isn't like that on the inside. It's hard to see, but his good side is still hiding in there. Aw, that's sweet. Yeah, this writing is not as good as this gameplay. Anyways, so I got this proposition for you. Once you get past my hammer, you'll find a forest. What are you, the toilet slayer? Are you Link McLaughlin? No, Link Neal, Rhett McLaughlin. Are you Link Neal? He hates tomatoes too. Very, very publicly. Once you get past my hammer, you'll find a forest. Go through until you find a tower. That's a bad comma. That's a comma splice. Go back to English class. Climb it, and you'll get a very nice surprise. Yeah, no, Link is a really picky eater. All right, can do. Wait. Get past your hammer. Okay. I wish I had Archer right now. This thing doesn't really have a good attack range at all. They're like Mega Man, except they take 8 times as long. Mega Mana! Get out of there. Crap. If I can get behind him, I can actually do decent damage. Fairly safely. Crap, crap, crap. That's okay. I'm learning his moves. That didn't go too badly, all things considered. Rainal Plateau. Well, and then I immediately take damage from something ultra avoidable. Yeah, no, I need to stop attacking him when he's in the air. That was way worse. Quote 14 and all that, yeah. Thanks. I want my archer! I want my archer, or at least if I can't have archer, at least give me, like, Lana. Or Cyril Figgis. I need to get behind him when he does that. Crap! I'm dying in very stupid ways. I'm getting impatient, is what I am. Like, my first attempt actually went surprisingly well. And then every attempt after that has been utter rubbish. Oops. Come on, come on, come on. Doing that. I just gotta stay away from him when he's in midair. Nope, 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 nope. And then... Crap! Use mage to keep your distance. Yeah, I know. The problem, though... First of all, don't you make Street Fighter references at me. I don't like Street Fighter. But the range isn't just not infinite. It's actually pretty poor. Well, maybe it's workable, but I think it does less damage, too. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, and it can't double jump. That's what's really throwing me off. I need to switch when I want to double jump. See, but he's got these like ground attacks that just keep moving, and I have a much harder time jumping over them. Maybe. Oh, I just got a whole jump is all. That's fine. Oh, he did a small jump that time. Thanks, Toilet Slayer. Yeah, I don't know why he does a big jump sometimes and a small jump others. I'm holding down the button and... Is it like based on getting a running start? No, he just can't jump that high in mage form. Yeah, I'm just failing miserably at jumping over that attack as mage. If I can get better at swapping and then jumping, I can get quick swaps. Crap. No, no, no. Or just get better at timing those jumps. Nope. There we go. Yeah, maybe I just need to time my dodges better and be a little farther. I didn't outrange him there. Oh, I thought that would make it over. Also, I think Mage does less damage. Maybe I'm wrong, but... oh, dodge that. Okay, I'm getting it figured out, and I am 100% sure that edgy is the way to go. I just need to be a little more patient. There's not like weaknesses like in Mega Man, so you can't just like bum rush a boss with the right thing. And so you just gotta be prepared for the fact that these bosses are gonna take absolutely forever. Whoops. You also got to be prepared to not jump into those, come on. Come on. Whoops. Whole Game-matic universe. I wonder what the context was there. Oops. Shouldn't have jumped into that. Isn't good outside of bosses. Maybe I just need to do my charged attack. There we go. This is actually working out quite well. And his ground attacks are dissipating before they hit me when I'm all the way on the opposite side of the screen. So that's good. That one doesn't, but most of them do. There we go. Yeah, this is working out quite nicely. Crap, crap, crap. Come on, come on, come on. I think I got this. I'm kind of in focus mode right now. That was risky, but I made it work. Got it! Who would have guessed Mage was the right way? Coolified guessed. Coolified knew. So, props to Coolified for telling me what to do. And props to me for not listening and then failing repeatedly until I eventually listened. We're on to stage 14, but you know what? What do you mean error while opening file? I can't open the pause menu. Oh, no. crap. Okay. Well, anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. Why is my music not coming back? Does it not work while game is active? What's going on? Where's my music? I think it crashed is where it is. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I will be back on Wednesday. This will be my first Wednesday stream in quite a while. What am I playing? I am playing Breath of the Wild. We're doing Zora's Domain. It's going to be the first one I did. It turns out it's going to be the last one I do. You guys rock. I'll see you next time. I love you all. Bye-bye.